So the treasury broke and they say that recession jamming.
Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, of course, your Friday edition. Now, the Iere Theatre Productions Limited is hosting a three-part project this year, celebrating the centenary birthday of internationally renowned author Samuel Selvon. And so joining us this morning to talk more about it are the artistic director of the Iere Theatre Productions Limited and the Chaconia Silver Medal recipient, Mr. Victor Edwards. I know that will make you blush. And also actress Harmony Hall. Good morning.
Harmony Farrell.
Harmony Farrell. Where did I get hold from?
I don't
Harmony
know.
Farrell. How are you? Good morning.
We're great.
Yes?
We're great. Yeah, it's nice to be here. And yes, we did see that full moon coming over lady on this morning. It was such a fantastic sight to behold.
Are you going to be planting anything?
No, I also have a brown thumb.
Oh, no.
I kill aloes as well. I relate to the
Harmony
killing of the
says she killed aloes as well, Anchor,
Yeah.
so something to note.
Yes, I have my garden. So
You have your garden.
I'm very good at planting.
Yes.
Right now I have okras and corn and
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Oh, nice. I'll have to visit you, Mr. Edwards. We'll talk after
you
the
come
show.
Anytime.
Now, before we jump in, just give us an overview of who Iere Theatre Productions Limited is.
Well, Iere Theatre Productions Limited is the theatre company that has been producing local theatre for the last 13 years and producing theatre on the open stage to general audiences every single year since 2010. And we have survived.
Yeah.
We have proven to Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean that local theatre is viable. So we don't have to go searching all over the place and doing stuff that belong to other people. Our thing is about doing theatre that really privileges our lived experiences and what our social reality is and so on. So that, you know, our theatre is about us. And we've done plays about Dr. Eric Williams, about Sundar Popo, about the Sadhu of Kuva, the guy who built the temple in the sea. Some of the stuff that I've written myself, you know, about our tradition, our heritage, our culture. And I think if we market harmony in terms of what has happened with this production that we're doing, A Brighter Sun, all of the school shows have already been sold out.
Yeah.
You know, we've added one, that too has been sold out. And if we were able, we would have been able to do 3 more shows, sold out shows with students involved.
Now, you said A Brighter Sun, so that is going to be part of that 3-part series that you're doing for Sam
Sure.
Selvon. Tell us
Yes.
about it.
Harmony, you want to?
So, A Brighter Sun, we are doing a theatrical interpretation. It's going to be at Naparima Bowl. And one thing that we don't really market that I think is really special about this production is that it's punctuated by calypso. So it touches a lot of themes that are pertinent in our history and also our present. The interaction between the races, gender-based violence, intimate partner violence, the presence of the foreign presence in Trinidad and Tobago and how we interact with that, and just a whole lot of things. And of course, what's special about A Brighter Sun for a lot of people is that it's a book that they may have read in school or they may have read outside of school. So seeing that brought to life on stage is something that is really special for a lot of people. And even if you haven't encountered Selvon's work before, I think this is a really great way to be introduced to it.
Yeah, I think a lot of us would have benefited from the play when we were doing CXC, right? And that was used as one of the literary novels.
I just wanted to say that a lot of things that are apparent in The Brighter Sun, in a way, is paralleled today. There's a war. There's things like food shortages. We have an invasion from the south. You know, those kinds of things. And we tried in some ways to sort of bring those issues to the fore as well. You know, apart from all of the nice things.
Now, before you go, of course, Mr. Edwards, just tell us about the other 2 events that's taking place.
On Monday the 8th, in collaboration with the University of the West Indies, the principal, we're hosting a ceremony at the grave site of Selvon. You know, he died at the airport and he's buried at the university, and we're doing a small ceremony to commemorate his centenary birth. So that's one thing. It's going to be attended by people from Iere, people from friends of Mr. Biswa as well, because we were partnering with them this particular venture. Some words would be sent by the eminent Professor Ken Ramchan about Selvon and so on at that particular event. And then we're having this gala dinner where we're now partnering with the Naparima College alumni because Selvon was
he went naps.
He
attended Naparima, yeah.
From San Fernando, and we're hosting this dinner to really celebrate him as well in San Fernando. What is also important is that we're also celebrating all those outstanding thespians who would have come through Naparima College as well. So people like Errol Sita Hall, Ralph Maraj, the Hall brothers, Tony Hall and Dennis Prangalang Hall, Errol Fabian, Devendra Duki, David Sami. So we're celebrating all of those as well. So it really is a landmark event in the cultural landscape of San Fernando, and we urge people, I mean, we're not doing so badly in terms of attendance, you know, people coming and so on. But we're urging people, San Fernandans who are into the literary tradition and so on, to really come and support us.
So for the dinner and the productions, how do we get in contact? How do we get tickets, that sort of thing?
Well, tickets are available at the school, right? So you could call the school, the administration there, and also you can call the alumni, Joel Simmons. I don't have the number offhand, but definitely at the school, tickets are available.
Tickets are available.
Yes.
Harmony, I want you to drive it home. I mean, I know for us, at least my generation, we understand the importance of a brighter sun, yeah? But for the younger ones coming up, I mean, what is that sort of incentive to bring them out to see this amazing production?
Well, as Mr. Edwards mentioned, it's really telling our stories, stories that belong to us and our history. And just seeing that on stage is something that I think is very empowering, to see ourselves represented, because we get a lot of images and stories of other people of outside. We know of all the different places, and for some reason, even living here, we don't know much about ourselves. So I think seeing that, and of course the entertainment aspect of it,
the calypso and that kind of thing, yes.
and the performance itself is going to be excellent.
Yeah.
We have been putting in a lot of hours into everything from the...
And Mr. Edwards is laughing, you can only imagine.
Up to last night, we were in rehearsal, sweating, you know, trying to get it as close to perfect as possible.
And Harmony, as I understand, you are one of the leads in the productions, yeah? So we can look forward to seeing you on stage as well. Do you want to tease what your character is about?
I am Rita, who is the husband of Joe, so the actual, the wife. The actual, it happens a lot. The plot focuses on two couples, mainly. There's the East Indian couple of Tiger and Urmila, and then the African couple, their neighbors, Rita and Joe.
Yes.
So that interaction between the different generations and the different races is something that becomes really pertinent and really quite interesting in the place. So I am Rita on some days, and also the third customer. So I kind of dress into the background as I share the role with one of my castmates, Denise Dixon, coming.
Nice.
Could I add?
Finally, Mr. Edwards.
Yes, okay. One of the most important things to me about the play is what Selvon attempts to do. And we're still having problems, you know, so many years after it was done. The thing is, Selvon was trying to bring the two major races together. He moved the Indians out of Chaconia and he moved the Africans out of George Street and brought them in a new developing area to see how we could work out our problems. Long before it had symbols and colors to tire people head in terms of that political landscape and so on. You know, and since then we're trying to solve this problem of welding the society together and moving ourselves together as a nation. And I don't know how much we have succeeded, but we're still presenting that problem and still showing to the young people that there is a possibility for us
to bring
as a
them
people,
together.
yes, to move forward and build this nation, you know, as it needs to be built, you know. So I think it's a fantastic story from that point of view as well.
Well, we'll keep it at that, Mr. Edwards. Let me thank you so much for coming in. Remember, you can get the tickets at the Naparima School, you said?
Yeah, at Naparima College.
Naparima College.
For the gala.
Right.
And for the play, there are several outlets. And of course, the box office will be open at Naparima Bowl from the 15th.
Nice, good. Mr. Edwards, Miss Farrell, not Hall. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. All the best with the productions. Of course, as we remember, renowned author Sam Selvon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice being here again.
In the Now Morning Show, we're going to take a break and be right back. But stay with us. We have so much more up next.
But every common man got to understand.